You're welcome.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
Ready, Brian?
I am.
All right.
Hey guys, welcome back to our Tuesday special consult. We're glad you could join us. Wanted to ask y'all to do something for us this week because I was trying to think of how we can really get the information out, and I know we need your help doing it. So let me first start off with who we are. I'm Dr. Stevens. I'm with the McKinney office. We're all with Texas Chiro Health, and we really want to make sure that we're trying to get some information out and research out on how everybody can not only be healthy, but stay healthy throughout everything that's going on with their lives. I know Dr. Travis is going to touch on what our main thing is, but I just wanted to ask y'all, please like, comment, share it with at least just one person out there so we can get that information out. All right, without further ado, Dr. Travis, I'll pass it to you.
All right, guys, welcome back to our Tuesday night, 12 minutes to health. And like I said, we do this every Tuesday, and we're also doing for lunches on Wednesday. But our goal is to educate you and show and teach you guys the most relevant and research out there to show how to eat well, move well, think well, and what it does for you and how it keeps you healthy. Because those are the three things we need as human beings to stay healthy and maintain our homeostasis. And that's our whole goal, because there's so much information out there and you don't know what's good, what's bad. And so we look through the research and we say, this is good research, this is bad research, so this is what we're going off of. And tonight's really relevant for us because it's chiropractic. And so we're talking about chiropractic care versus usual medical care for low back pain. And, you know, we're seeing a lot in our offices that people are working from home. They're sitting a whole lot more. They don't have standing desks. Their ergonomics are really bad. So we're seeing that a lot in the offices. So if you're dealing with that or you know anybody dealing with that, shoot them our way, send them this video. And then Dr. Phillips is going to teach you guys a little something about that.
All right, thanks guys. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Perfect. So like Dr. Travis said, tonight we're talking about chiropractic care versus usual medical care, which is drugs, prescriptions, painkillers, essentially. So the research is pretty clear on this stuff, and we're gonna dive into that tonight. But like they were saying, you know, if you get a chance, like this, share it. Really take some time to think about somebody that could benefit from hearing this information, because after you see the research, and this is one of hundreds and hundreds of articles saying the same thing, that chiropractic care is superior to usual medical care when it comes to low back pain, neck pain, spinal pain in general, right? So think about somebody who could really benefit for this and pass it on for us. Again, guys, it's our 12 minutes to health, and like every week, it's our commitment where we're providing you with the strongest research out there. Tonight's is a randomized, peer-reviewed, randomized controlled trial. And we'll get into what that means just a little bit more. But again, it's facts. These are the facts that are out there when it comes to dealing with low back pain in tonight's situation, right? So we're going to give you, again, our unbiased, evidence-based approach in the next, well, I guess we got about 8 minutes left, so let's get into it. So the research article we're looking at tonight was done by Schneider et al. It was titled "The Comparison of Spinal Manipulation Methods and Usual Medical Care for Acute and Subacute Low Back Pain." So essentially that's people that they put into different groups that all had low back pain, either recently set on or had set on in, I believe, the last 6 weeks. So that's what they're considering acute or subacute. What they did is they split these groups up, and the group that got chiropractic care, they were adjusted twice a week for 4 weeks. And then the groups that got medical care, they went to the doctor 3 times throughout the 4 weeks, and they were given their painkillers, okay, and told how to take them like a usual medical doctor would. So what they did after that is at 4 weeks, they retested everything. They retested again at 3 months, and they retested again at 6 months. What they found out is at 4 weeks, right at the end of care, that chiropractic was not only better, it was significantly better when they filled out their surveys at the end of it saying how much pain they had versus the group that was just taking painkillers. It turned out to be better at 4 months and 6 months as well, even though there was no further chiropractic care. So that's a big thing as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that too. At 4 weeks, again, chiropractic showed significantly decreased disabilities. So they were able to function better. They were moving more. They were getting in. They were healthier. They were living a better lifestyle than taking their pills for those 4 weeks allowed them to live at the end of the 4 weeks. And again, that carried on at the 3-month mark and at the 6-month mark in this study as well. And then if you look, this isn't really a standalone study. It wasn't one that we just kind of pulled out because it was the oddball and it supports what we're trying to get across as a message, right? A lot of research does go that way, but fortunately for us as chiropractors, chiropractic research isn't that way, especially when you're dealing with back pain. There are, like I mentioned, hundreds and hundreds of articles, and this one's not, they're all the same. They all come out the same. Chiropractic care is safer, more cost effective, and more efficient than usual medical care. And there's other studies, which we're going to get into in a couple of weeks. They're kind of landmark studies where the medical community has actually tried to prove it otherwise, and ended up proving that chiropractic was, in fact, safer, easier, more effective, and cost effective. So those are huge studies, and we'll get into those as well. But the studies there's a ton of them out there, and they're very, very clear. And essentially what's happening is chiropractic restores segmental motion. So your spine is meant to move in segments. Each segment moves independent of itself, and it moves as a unit as well. The reason chiropractic works so well is because we restore segmental motion between the segments in there, which is a big, big deal when you get into Hilton's law and other laws in medicine and motion and movement, and you have to have movement to be healthy. When you get the segmental motion back, you end up resolving inflammation in those areas. Another reason pain goes down as quickly as it does. And the biggest thing is probably that it restores proper neurological communication and sensory motor cortex, okay? So in an effort not to give you a dissertation tonight in neurology, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. But the example I always use is if you can't move your elbow, the muscles around your elbow are gonna get weaker. You're gonna, right, if it's in a cast, let's say for a year, and they'll get weaker, they'll get smaller, it'll change colors. Your elbow will just go through a ton of change. Well, there's a spot on your brain that every time you move your elbow, that brain spot lights up too. It's called cortical mapping. So every joint in your body has a spot on the brain that fires the brain and the joint, and they work together. That's what this is doing. When we adjust the spine, we're lighting up the brain. We're bringing the communication from the brain to the rest of the body back to life that's been missing because of a lack of segmental motion. So that's as deep as I'll get on the neurology tonight, but it's important to understand how important it is to your brain as well, because that's part of eliminating the pain and things that we see. And again, this study is a great one. It looks at it at 4 weeks, at 3 months, at 6 months. People are still seeing the benefit, even when they weren't being adjusted afterwards. So it's proving to be safer. It's proving to be more cost effective, and it's proving to be just more effective overall. So you know, that's a lot of information to take in. I know a lot of people have seen this nerve chart. That's where the neurology comes into it at and everything. But guys, the biggest thing is, again, you know, just reaching out to us. Get the help. Don't have back pain. We're not supposed to. You don't have to. So give us a call. You have the information. Stop in the office if you need more information. But all of the information in the world will not take away your back pain if you don't do something with it. So give us a call. Come see us and let us help you out. Again, we're working with our charity this month. I'm going to let Dr. Stevens tell you a little bit more about that. But that is the research for tonight, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, as he was saying, that cortical mapping in Hilton's law is so important that we take our whole first visit and really see what's going on, what's moving, and what isn't moving. We're doing that with Big Brothers Big Sisters. So it's a $39 donation to them to get that whole exam and x-rays. And then from there, we'll also do functional movement. We'll go through a whole consultation, and we'll sit down with you and let you know everything we found and what those next steps are for you to take control back of your health. So take control of your health and get back to it. Dr. Travis, did I miss anything?
No, that sounds pretty good there. And then don't have any questions right now, but guys, if y'all are watching this after we get done being live, if you do have any questions, because that can get pretty deep, and there can be questions on that. Make sure to comment on them, shoot us some questions. We'll make sure to get all those answered. And then on the nerve chart, if you read through those symptoms, guys, if you're dealing with any of those, it's because we're not eating well, we're not moving well, and we're not thinking well, and we need to start working on that. So give us a call, and we'll help you through that. And then next week, guys, we're talking about omega-3s and weight loss. So heard someone say someone put on the Corona-19, which is kind of, pun on there. So if you're in that boat, we'll help you with that as well, and that research is going to be really well for that as well.
Use the information, guys. Thank you for joining us, but take care of yourselves. Let us help you in any way we can. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks.
Bye, guys. Thanks.